And I reckon it's just going to be impressive to watch the Raymonts and Brett Barron from the back of the field. We're about to get hot in the kitchen in heat number 19 for Ian Botcher Race Parts. The green flag is ready on night one. Last chance for points. And Shelford gets us underway.
Yes, get underway. Maybe you need to learn to cook better, Rhino, if you need to get hot in the kitchen. As they move out of turn number 2, Michael Shelford is out in front. Trent Quillerat moves into second place as they come out of the western corner, and they're coming at a rate of knots. Down the main straight, one down Shelford, then Quillerat, the 77 of Langton, David Smith, Miles Gilroy is in that group on the inside. Beside him is Brett Barron as they run down the back straight, and they've got Aidan Raymond stuck back in 7th, 8th place now, and he is 1-2 from 2. He has a lot to do. They are 4 wide underneath me here as they move out of turn number 2. Raymond got past a couple, but out in front is a ding-dong battle for the lead with Trent Quillerat on the outside. Down the main straight they come in heat number 19. It is Shelford, Smith and Quillerat to maybe round both of them up. They head down the back straight, back then to Mark Raymond. Aidan Raymond's made his way to 5th, and look at the Tasmanian, Trent Quillerat is right on the outside here as the race leader is Michael Shelford, Quillerat, Smith, Raymond and Raymond. It's a loyal firm in 4th and 5th as Trent Quillerat hits the front. Up in turn 3 and 4, what a drive, but here comes Aidan Raymond on the outside. He makes it a row of 3, Mark Raymond on the inside, in the middle is Smith, and Shelford's in that group as well. Throw a T-tail over the 5 as Aidan Raymond is flying right round the outside of Shelford, comes up behind Quillerat. Underneath the ultimate screen, it is Trent Quillerat in front, not for much longer, as here comes Aidan Raymond. Shelford is there, 3 across the track. What a drive by Aidan Raymond. He pokes the nose in front. Quillerat's not a slow coach. He goes back to the lead. Mark Raymond in 3rd as Shelford is there, and so too is Smith. 5 of them absolutely locked together. 0.8 of a second separate the top 5. Quillerat out in front, heads up in the top turn. On the inside of him is Aidan Raymond. They come down with 4 laps to go. Aidan Raymond hits the front. Mark Raymond is there in 3rd, Shelford in 4th. Quillerat fights back on the inside. Up into turn 3, it is Aidan Raymond, Trent Quillerat, Mark Raymond. Back then to Shelford, and on the outside is Smith. Down past us once again. 3 laps to go, and Aidan Raymond looking to go through night number 1 undefeated. Opens up a 0.4 of a second gap. Quillerat in 2nd place. Mark Raymond tries to come underneath of him. Might get him off the curb, he has. Mark Raymond moves to 2nd. Quillerat back to 3rd. Back then to Smith and Shelford. Back then in 6th place. They haven't even called the second half of the field. It's Barron, Severs, Miles Gilroy, then Mick Langton, and at the back is Alex Sweeney. But what a humdinger of a race was for 9 laps. But Aidan Raymond has just stormed out of sight almost for the rest of them, and now leads by a second. Aidan Raymond out in front, started from position number 9, and Aidan Raymond does go through the night undefeated. Put your hands together for him. Aidan Raymond, the former national champion, first. Mark Raymond got second by 0.028 of a second. David Smith third. Trent Quillerat and Michael Shelford. And for most of that race, there was 0.8 of a second separating the top 5. The quick lap, 15.848 by Aidan Raymond.
Well, come on, Kingaroy, make some noise for Aidan Raymond. Wow. Oh, that was cool. Aidan Raymond pulls up and says that was cool. You're not wrong, mate. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, I knew the car was good. I haven't had much confidence tonight, to be honest. Just had to find somewhere that the car liked, and I just liked up wide and in the smooth. Just wound her up and let her rip.
You did a 15.8. You're about this far off Fletcher's lap record. That's the fastest you've ever been around this joint. That's unreal.
Yeah, I don't think I've buttoned off at all. Credit to everyone that helps me. Car's awesome. What a great start to the title.
Good on you, mate. Well done. He's got plenty of fans here in Kingaroy as we get set for heat race 20, undefeated on night number 1. And Josh Harm.
All about set to go, heat number 20. Green lights are on. Depleted field. Doesn't mean it won't be a great race as they head out of turn number 2 the first time. Josh Harm, Wade McCarthy, Hayden Stevenson. McCarthy comes on the outside of Stevenson. Harm leads though, 3 wide down the main straight. Steffens, Jordan, and Brad Stein run down the back straight once again. Our race leader just in front. Josh Harm has company on the inside of Stevenson, and right beside him the 64 car of Wade McCarthy. Look at these 3 go. It's race after race like this. Great stuff here in the National Modified Sedan title. Still 3 across the track. Stevenson down low. Harm up top. And right there with him is Wade McCarthy. Jordan, Steffens and Stein. I said it doesn't need to be a big field for a great race, and we've got one. On the inside, Stevenson. Back in front is Josh Harm and Wade McCarthy. Will he go on the outside of both of them? Into the back straight, back then to Steve Jordan, Lee Steffens and Brad Stein. McCarthy third, Stevenson second, and Josh Harm is the leader. And once again, they are 3 wide down the main straight. Stevenson back in front. On the outside is the 55 of Josh Harm. Wade McCarthy just trying to find a way through. Here's a move on the outside by Josh Harm as Stevenson's back in front. They've swapped the lead numerous times. Across the stripe, there is 0.179 of a second separating the 3 of them. Down the back straight, Stevenson. On the outside, Harm is back in front. Behind them is Wade McCarthy, and then there's 2 cars side by side for 4th. And somewhere we've lost Steve Jordan. He's on the infield, the 55's back in front. Harmy's back in front, and all of a sudden Wade McCarthy is in 2nd place. Stevenson goes back to 3rd. Down into turn number 4. Into the main straight, and our race leader is Josh Harm. McCarthy and Stevenson with 2 to go. 0.7 of a second separate the 3. Back then to Brad Stein and Lee Steffens. Stephenson comes back on our 2nd place car at McCarthy. Josh Harm leads this one. Stevenson in 2nd place. Stevenson gets the front left off the ground. He's out after Harmy, and the 6 car went bang of Brad Stein, and he's going to be OUT out, and there'll only be 4 left. Can Stein get the car to the infield? He's not looking like he will. The white lights have gone yellow. The green lights have gone yellow. The white light was on for a lap to go. And Brad Stein is out, and we're going to have 4 cars left, and what a great race it's been.
Yeah, I reckon something's broken in the front end because it could clearly not steer the car, which is why. And they're putting on a show on night 1 of the National Championship tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Remember, in the pre-race show, we talked about the format. And we go, there it is. Look at that. Nice work, Nick. There's the retro look. That is a good job, guys. There's the Cortina with a flashback. That is the coolest thing. That is unbelievable, guys. Well done. Well, restart is coming your way. That was cool. Oh, you guys are unreal. It is an absolute pleasure to come and do this stuff when you work with absolute professionals. And this is just Speedway. That's what's cool about it. Josh Harm to lead us away, Jace. It's green-white checker.
Yes, our 3rd green-white checker of the night. We're back underway with Josh Harm. He's got a boot full of Stevenson, though. Stevenson on the inside, back then to McCarthy and Lee Steffens at the tail of this 4 cars. They'll come out of 3 and 4. They'll come down the main straight and greet the white flag. And Josh Harm hasn't got it won yet because Stevenson comes back. Out of turn 1 and 2, they go for the final time. It's Josh Harm, Stevenson, McCarthy and Steffens. Down the back straight they go. Has he done enough? Josh Harm leads them down the main straight, and he has. Josh Harm will take this one out. Harm first, Stevenson second. Back then to Wade McCarthy and Lee Stephens. Quick lap of the race, a 15.979 on the lucky last by Josh Harm, who defeats Hayden Stephenson and Wade McCarthy.
And I'm sure he'll be pretty excited about this because he gets a very cool novelty little mini check to say that he's won a heat race and a national title. Harmy, well done.
Thanks, Rhino. That's bloody hard work out there.
It is, but it was you're doing a terrific job. It's been a good night too. Your sister won the 50-50, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen that. No, car's been going good except the first heat we had a few temperature issues, but they were easily fixed. And first night in the car, and she's quite a rocket.
Good on you, mate. Well done. It's a terrific job. One of our locals here. How about you make some noise for Josh Harm? And then come and check out this. Look at the seat angle where the drivers sit here. Look at this seat. Look at that. It's all on a big angle like that. And that's to get him right over. Jason, here we go.
Yes, here we go. Heat number 21. We're into the 20s. You can almost see heat 27. Jorgensen on the inside. Love on the outside as they move down out of turn 1 and 2. Then Shane Langton's moved into second place. TJ Horn is up there in fourth. One car's been sped out the back. I think that could have been Alan Mortimer. So move down the main straight. It's Jorgensen from Langton. Third place is Love. Brody Boss has already passed quite a substantial amount of cars. Moves up on the outside now. Moves into fourth. Maybe to third as he goes around TJ Horn. So they come into the main straight underneath the ultimate screen. Out in front, Jorgensen leads from Langton. Boss on the outside. TJ Horn there in fourth. Boss moves to third. He's just done a 16.843 second lap. Meanwhile, back of the reg, Langton has gone around the outside and taken the lead from the 25 of Jorgensen, who fights back. Langton has the quick lap of the race. Now it's Boss with the quick lap of the race, and Brody Boss won't be in third place much longer. I give you the big tip. He's gone around the outside of Jorgensen. Langton is the next victim. He's up in second place now. Jorgensen back to third, and Brody Boss has hit the front. And that is a brilliant drive in heat number 21 to come from position 10, and after 4 laps finds himself in the race lead. And Brody Boss at the halfway mark now, not even to the halfway mark, has a 0.4 of a second lead. Back then to Langton, Jorgensen, Horn, Brody Christie up to 5th place. Then a long gap back then to Alan Mortimer in 6th. So they move down the main straight underneath the ultimate screen. Our race leader is Brody Boss. 16.163 the last time around. In second place, Shane Langton. Jorgensen in third, then Chrissy, Horn, then Mortimer. Then there's a long gap back to the rest of them. Jim Cowley, Steve Love, and Derek Richards. There's Boss driving in the middle of the racetrack. Langton trying to follow him through. Jorgensen under pressure now from Brady Christie. TJ Horn in 5th. Christie gets into 3rd. Jorgensen back to 4th. Our race leader comes into the main straight. He's coming up on the 24 car now, Derek Richards. Brody Boss, a 16.301 that time around, is well clear. Brody Christie now comes underneath of Langton. That's for second place up there in the western corner. We got 3 laps to go though from Brody Boss. A brilliant drive by Boss, not only to hit the front, but he's driven right away from them. Second place is Brody Christie. Shane Langton in 3rd. Back to TJ Horn and back to Adam Jorgensen. Alan Mortimer in 6th place. Brody Boss has 2 laps to go. And here's a very handy lead. It's over 3 seconds. Back to Christie, Langton, Horn, Jorgensen, and then Alan Mortimer. White flag comes out. Next car to be lapped will be the 67 of Steve Love. This is a very quick lap 2. For the 12 laps, this will be one of the quickest of the night. Out of 3 and 4 he comes. Put your hands together for him. Brody Boss from the back to the front and has given them a great old hiding. Brody Boss takes the win in 3:18.499. He's won by a long way. Brody Christie is second. Shane Langton, TJ Horn, Adam Jorgensen. Next is Alan Mortimer. Jim Callowby 7th, and Steve Love and Derek Richards. That time again, it's not the quickest of the night, but it was very quick. 3:18.499 for the 12 laps. The winning margin 4.716. The quick lap of 16.163 as Brody Boss defeats Brody Christie and Shane Langton.
Come on, Kingaroy, bang your hands together for Brody Boss. Well, you always know the drivers love that kind of stuff. Brody, that was cool, man.
It's nearly worth the shirt, isn't it, Rhino?
I reckon we'll slap some Kush stickers on this thing. Absolutely, mate. 3 from 3, night 1, the national title. Well done, mate.
Nah, it's pretty cool. Car's a rocket. Track's awesome. Just had to throw them out there and go for it, eh?
Well, you certainly threw them right out the window, mate. Well done. Good job. I'll make sure there's a decent shirt coming your way, Brody Boss. That's for sure. Well, another cracker coming your way. Heat 22.
So 8 cars to go around in heat number 22. Green lights come on as they move up into turn number 1. And Kai Walters on the outside of Pagel takes the lead as they head down the back straight. Pagel tries to stay with him as they move out of turn 3 and 4 the first time, but Kai Walters leads them down the main straight. Walters, Pagel, back then to 121 of Jono Collins. Kent Shelford is next. Lee Volk, then Graham Kleinens, Peter Gray and David Manley. But he's starting to open up a gap is Kai Walters. So move down the main straight, 2 down and 10 to go. 0.7 of a second is the lead. Jono Collins under pressure. Underneath of him comes Kent Shelford. As Graham Kleinens retires in Canada at 69, it's Walters, Pagel. Then back in third place, the 21 of Kent Shelford, then Jono Collins. A gap back then to Lee Volk, Peter Gray and David Manley. But it's Kai Walters out in front. Walters in 86, leading Pagel. It's Glenn Pagel, then Kent Shelford. Behind them is Jono Collins, a battle for 5th. Lee Volk and Peter Gray side by side. As he comes down the main straight, Kai Walters. 5 down and 7 to go. Just does the quick lap of the race, a 15.997. They're getting close to that track record, they just can't pass it. Down the main straight, Kai Walters out in front from Glenn Pagel. Pagel staying with him. That time around, Pagel had a quicker lap. Back to Shelford, Collins. Peter Gray, Volk up against the fence here, and Volk looks like he's OUT out. As our race leader comes down the main straight, Kai Walters not getting away from Glenn Pagel with 5 laps to go. Back in third place, Kent Shelford. He's under pressure still from Jono Collins. Back then to Peter Gray, David Manley. And Lee Volk is just loitering down low on the track, staying out there. But Kai Walters and Glenn Pagel drove straight past him. Kai Walters got up on a couple of wheels there up in the top turn. And Glenn Pagel has closed the gap to 0.6 of a second. It's a couple of car lengths, and Glenn Pagel still has not given up ambitions of upsetting the apple cart of Kai Walters. Into the main straight with 2 laps to go, the Victorian still in front, but the margin is 2 car lengths. It's 0.4 of a second. Can Pagel cause a massive boilover? It's Walters, Pagel, and then the length of the straight back to Shelford. White flag comes out as they come underneath the ultimate screen here in the main straight. 1 lap to go. Oh, Pagel, great rescue. Unbelievable rescue here. Right under us. How he has not hit the fence, I do not know. But somehow he's got awesome brakes and awesome recovery skills to go from left to right and in the blink of an eye stop that car without hitting the concrete. Unbelievable. That is a great rescue, great save by Glenn Pagel. Something obviously broke on that car, or he's hooked up on the, I'm not sure, but he's driving away. But what a great stop. I don't know how he hasn't hit the fence. Watch this. It just, oh, Struth. That's more than just hitting a rut. It nearly rolled over. Didn't see that. Let's have another look. That is more than a great save. That should get 11 out of 10 from the Russian judge.
It's been an awesome night, hasn't it? And Kai Walter's about to get after it here. He's got 2 laps remaining in heat 22.
We'll give it a holy finish. Some people refer to Kai Walters as God. He's got a couple of laps left to go. He leads out of turn number 2 and has got Kent Shelford and Jono Collins second and third. White flag comes out. They're homeward bound. Heat 22 of the national title. Walters, 1 to go. So move past us. Second place is Shelford, then Collins, then Gray, and then back to Manley. And, well, that's probably the way they're going to finish, apart from as close as second. But Kai Walters will win, and well done to Kai Walters. Second home will be Kent Shelford, Jono Collins, and Peter Gray. David Manley is next, and there's one other car to come across the line.
Well, what a job by Kai Walters, talking about just digging away and getting stuck into it, mate. You're digging yourself out of a hole. You're doing a ripper job, mate.
Yeah, no, it was just a shame we got caught up in that first heat. I feel like we had a pretty good car and might have been able to match Bossy and Raymond with 3 wins, but I don't know. The track's pretty hooked up and pretty scary and pretty fast, so hooked up on 2 wheels and out of 4 there and a bit scared, but no, that's all right. Yeah, just like to thank everyone in the pits tonight and everyone down home and everyone that's watching and tuning in and helping out. Yeah, just thank you very much.
Good on you, mate. It's always a pleasure. It's a massive effort by the team. His father, Peter, true to Zion Homes. Do a lot of travelling around the country. Little Butcher, bring you all the action here. Go green in heat 23.
We are underway in heat number 23. And a good start too by the 2 car of Shannon Blackburn. On the outside is Mick Johnson and on the inside is Cameron Birch. As they head up into the top turn, Mick Johnson comes up on the outside of Shannon Blackburn. This is for the lead. 3 wide behind them. Birch is there. Also going okay is Clinton Oakes, Anthony Gaunt, Will Roses in that lead group as well. So head down the back straight, up into the top turn. Shannon Blackburn just in front from Mick Johnson. Back in third place, Birch on the inside. The outside is Coomber. In the middle is Clinton Oakes. Anthony Gaunt is there. On the outside is Tim Weir. It's a traffic jam like only you'd see at Coles Car Park on a Saturday morning. They move into the main straight. Everyone wanting the same parking bay. Shannon Blackburn, Mick Johnson still on the outside. Back end of Tony Coomber, who's now the quick car on track. Right up behind him is Clinton Oakes and then Anthony Gaunt. It's a 3-way go for 5th as they move into the main straight. Still Mick Johnson on the outside of Shannon Blackburn. Third place, Coomber and Noakes side by side. They run the back straight once again. Shannon Blackburn still just in front by 0.1 of a second. Out of the top turn they come. This is great stuff in the national title. It's Blackburn. On the outside, it is Johnson. Johnson and Blackburn. Noakes and Coomber. Noakes now the quick car on track with a 16.461. Back then to Anthony Gaunt and Tim Weir. They move out of turn 4 and down the main straight. I'll say it again. It is Blackburn and on the outside Johnson. But now they've got Clinton Oakes for company. They are 3 across the track for the race lead. Noakes on the inside. The other West Australian on the outside now. Victorian is Mick Johnson. And still in front is Shannon Blackburn. And Tony Coomber is joining in as well. Blackburn still just in front. 5 laps to go. Noakes on the inside. Johnson still on the outside. Johnson sweeps around the outside. Might have poked the nose in front. And Tony Coomber is there. 4 across the track. And Clinton Oakes goes from 4th to 1st. Unbelievable. Blackburn swoops down on the inside. Johnson on the outside. Coomber is back in 4th place. Back then to Tim Weir, who's joining the pair, all 4 of them. But Clinton Oakes is now the leader. Second place is Shannon Blackburn. The yellow lights come on and that lung buster comes to an end momentarily with 3 laps to go.
Oh, Will Roses turned around the 31. Wow, what a drive. This is off its head good, isn't it? Wow.
Yes, Clinton Oakes will lead them down the main straight. Back in second place, the 132 car is on his hammer as they head out of turn 2 and down the back straight. Back to Blackburn in third, then Tony Coombs in fourth place. As they come into the main straight, Clint Noakes has got 3 to go. Noakes, Johnson, Coombs, Blackburn and Tim Weir. They head the back straight once again, and Clint Noakes all of a sudden has opened up a bit of a gap. They move down into turn 1 and 2, 2 to go. Johnson's got his hands full with Coombs. Weir and Blackburn are there. Anthony Gaunt not far behind. One car further back is on the boil. That's the 31 of Will Rosa. Our race leader though, Clint Noakes, has split the scene and has 1 lap to run. They are 3 wide for the Miners. Coombs comes underneath the Johnson. Tim Weir is there. Back then to Shannon Blackburn and Anthony Gaunt. Coombs goes under and moves into second on Johnson. It's going to be a run to the line. Clint Noakes will take the win. Here's the run for the second place. Johnson gets it on the outside from Tony Coombs and Tim Weir. There was 0.2 of a second separated the 3 of them. Blackburn is 5th, Anthony Gaunt, Cameron Birch and Matt Hawkins. 16.017 was the quick lap, and 3.184 was the winning margin. There is a penalty being applied though to one of the cars in the chasing pack.
Back here, Clint Noakes, good job mate, needed that.
Oh, I reckon. Jesus, I don't think I've needed that bad for a long time.
Nice to come off the back row and get a win though. That always gives us some confidence going in tomorrow night.
Yeah, we've had a pretty shit run so far, so don't know if it'll help, but I'll keep plugging away.
I'm sure you will, mate. Chin up, Clint Noakes. We'll get after it here, heat race. Go green.
Yes, here we go. Getting straight on with it. On the outside, Brock Atkins takes the lead as they are 2 and 3 wide out of turn 1 and 2. Back in second place is Corey Stein. And we've got yellow lights on. We've got a car around that looks like it could be Jamie O'Mara.
Yeah, he's turned around and Rodney Pimenta had nowhere to go. Got straight into his left rear and actually drove over the back of the 26. You can see the damage on screen right now. Yeah. Well, hopefully both drivers will get out of that.
Peter White's been sent to the rear of the field.
Batch again and no mucking around.
No, we're underway with the restart. Complete restart, and they are 3 wide out of turn number 2. Down the back straight, and it is Brock Atkins just in front. Stein on the extreme outside. Cook is in that lead group, and so too Greg Walling. Walling comes underneath of Stein. Atkins is the leader. 3 wide behind them. Bouncing and rocking and rolling is Rodney Pimenta, who's already tipped a mod light over earlier tonight. He's up there in 4th place. Out in front, it's Atkins. Stein fights back on Walling and takes back 2nd place. That's Corey. Back in 4th place, Rodney Pimenta, then Brenton Scott in 5th. Here comes Pimenta now, underneath of Greg Walling, up in the western corner. Walling fights back. Pimenta on the inside. Behind them is the 42 of Brendan Scott. Then we have Jamie O'Mara, Richard Cook and David Head rounds out the field. The further this goes, the further Brock Atkins gets in front. Last lap around is 16.019, 15.995 this time. They are low flying in the modified sedan national title. Corey Stein is up there in 2nd place. Pimenta 3rd, then back to Walling in 4th. He's under pressure now from Scott. 5 down and 7 to go. The battle is for the minor end of the prize because the former national junior sedan champion Brock Atkins is driving right away with this one. Stein in 2nd place. Back in 3rd place, it is still that of Rodney Pimenta. 4th place is Walling, only just because Stott's coming underneath of him. But Brock Atkins, who won the national junior title in 2015, is past the halfway mark. Has 5 laps to go. Led the last time around by over 3 seconds. Corey Stein in 2nd. He's got Pimenta for company. Greg Walling in 4th place, and he has Brenton Scott for company as well. Out of turn 4 they come. Oh, Scott nearly up on 2 wheels. Atkins in front. The battle for the end of second place is a ripper. Pimenta goes underneath of Corey Stein. They run side by side out of 3 and 4. Pimenta takes second place. Stein still on the outside. Great battle. Scott and the 37 of Walling having the same battle behind them. Back to O'Mara, Head and Cook. Here's our leader through once again. A 15.995 by Brock Atkins with 2 to go. Pimenta, Stein. Back then to Scott and Walling and Scott. White flag comes out for our race leader Brock Atkins. 1 lap to go, and this is a fast one. This could be the fastest 12 laps of the night. Pimenta, Stein, Walling and Scott. But put your hands together for him. The 2015 Junior Champion is first, and it is very quick. That is the quickest, I think, tonight. We'll have to double check. Pimenta, Stein, Walling and Scott. Back then to Jamie O'Mara, David Head and Richard Cook.
Oh!
And it's boiled up over and over after it's finished. It's gone up in smoke as Brock Atkins. After it's finished, he wins by 4.2 seconds. Atkins, Pimenta and Stein, your top 3.
Wow. We got a very quick opportunity to talk to Brock. Well, good win, but doesn't look good.
Yeah, no, that's not cool at all. Yeah, the car feels good, thanks to all the people in the pits, all my sponsors, Mum and Todd back home, yeah, everyone who puts in, thanks.
Hard luck, Brock. Hopefully the guys can go to work and slap something together as we set to go in heat 25.
The second quickest heat of the night. It was at 3:13 earlier on. With heat number 25, the national title, we're underway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Then 3 wide for the lead. Wayne Gilroy is there. So head down the back straight the first time. Scott McDermott and also Brian Galley. So move down into turn number 4. Galley, Gilroy, and also right up there is Scott McDermott. Rodney Burr in 4th place. Back then to Rory Evans. Jake Hawkins is there as well. It's a 3-way go for the lead though. Down into turn 1. Gilroy, Barron, Galley. Back in 4th place is Rodney Burr, then Rory Evans. They head down the back straight, up into turn 3 and 4. Have a look at the action for the lead. 3-way go if you don't. Oh! Further back in the field, one car nearly tipped upside down, which is Rachel Pratt in 194. The race continues. Out in front, McDermott, one of the cars in the lead group momentarily lost power or slowed down. And McDermott has gone back to 3rd. It's Gilroy out in front. Back then in 2nd place, it's Galley, McDermott and Burr. 5th place is Rory Evans, and Brad Warren moves up to 6th place. Rachel Pratt is next, and then Jake Hawkins and Pacey Clegg down the main straight. Heat number 25, the national title. Brian Galley trying to chase down Wayne Gilroy. Has the ugliest looking race car on the racetrack after a big tumble in the last round of heats, but it's going like the clappers now. Down underneath the ultimate screen, 6 down and 6 to go. Gilroy in front. It's aerodynamically challenged at the front, the top, the bottom, and on the sides. But 19 leads. He leads Brian Galley. Burr in 3rd place. Back then to McDermott and then Rory Evans. Then back to Brad Warren, Rachel Pratt. Wayne Gilroy still leads this one through for Brian Galley and Rodney Burr. Back in 4th place, Scott McDermott and Brad Warren. I know we're not supposed to barrack, but it'd be a really good story if Wayne Gilroy could hang on. He leads down the main straight. He's under pressure from the 83 of Brian Galley. He's having a really good night without winning. Back in 3rd place, it's Rodney Burr, then Scott McDermott. Rachel Pratt's there with Brad Warren, and back then to the 197 of Rory Evans. Down the main straight they come. Wayne Gilroy holding on to the lead from the veteran driver Brian Gelly, who's retiring after this event. Back then to Rodney Burr and Scott McDermott. Brad Warren and Rachel Pratt. Out of the top turn they come under the ultimate screen with 2 laps to go. 10 down and 2 remaining. Gilroy the leader. Second place Galley, then Burr. 148 is next, Scotty McDermott, then Brad Warren, Rachel Pratt and Rory Evans. They head up into the top turn. White flag will greet them as they get to the end of the main straight. Gilroy the leader. Galley, Burr.
Look at the front.
Back then to McDermott.
Look at the
Warren
front
and
inside
Pratt.
wheel chase of Brian Galley. It's hanging off the 88. It's hardly on the car.
Oh, geez, but he's going to just hang on. Put your hands together, race fans. What a drive by Wayne Gilroy. Come on, Kingaroy, make some noise. He tumbled over the last time around. He wins that one by 0.7 of a second. Brian Galley, Rodney Burr, Scotty McDermott, Brad Warren and Rachel Pratt. 3:22.462 for the 12 laps and a 16.534 by Rodney Burr. Make plenty of noise for him as he wins heat number 25.
Well, if there was anyone that ever earned a heat winner's novelty little check, this guy did. What a performance, mate, to prepare this thing and get back out there.
Yeah, it was, mate, and thanks to Dad, Steve, my wife, Casey, and whoever else was spinning spanners. There's a heap of shit been on this car, and it's not real good to drive at the moment, but we got the win.
That's what it's all about, mate. Good on you, champion. He puts on a show. The Yellow Hornet. Come on, Kingaroy, give it up for Wayne Gilroy. Steer this weekend after being so impressive at Toowoomba at the T-Bar Nationals a few weeks ago. Well, heat 26, the second last event of the night. Jacoby and Langton to go green here, Jason.
Yep, Ty Kelly was second in 2009 in the National Junior title, so it was very good to let his dad have the drive, and he's doing a brilliant job. This is the penultimate heat of the night. Matt Langton, David Jacoby, Jack Cameron's in that group. There's a wall of cars down the back straight the first time. Matt Langton and David Jacoby going hammer and tongs. Cameron is there. So too Kent Menzies. Jerry Flood has gone back to the tail, but apart from that, there's a wall of cars 3 and 4 wide. Oh, we've lost a pedal off of one car and a wheel.
Yeah, lost the wheel on the front of Chuck Garrett's. And Chuck Garrett's is in the concrete in turn number 2. And the tyre ends up halfway down the back straight. How about the start by Jason Beer? Stuck ever since, and he's out in front here with 11 to run.
Yes, David Jacoby is your race leader as they move up into turn number 1 and 2. They move. Oh, it's another wheel. We lost another wheel.
Are you kidding?
Luke Hollyman this time.
Right rear as parted company, and I tell you what, he will be happy that that happened when he was on the shortest straight in the country and not when he was absolutely tipping the thing sideways, because that could have been very, very nasty for Luke Hollyman. Hollyman's electrical and air conditioning number 12, 52 on the Roos. Well,
yeah, the first one was in 2001. He also won in 2013. That was at Lismore. So he should go okay in a round track. So Jacoby leads, but he's got Langton for company. And if he hasn't got Langton for company, he's got Kent Menzies for company. And if he's not satisfied with that, he's got Jack Cameron and also Jason Beer. So move into the main straight. On the extreme outside is Jacoby Menzies. Langton coming through on the inside is Beer. On the outside is Jack Cameron and Josh Crane. As they move down the back straight. The penultimate heat race of the night. David Jacoby out in front. Leads this one through. Menzies, Beer, Cameron having a good run. Young Jack back then to the 14 and Matt Langton, Josh Crane. Oh, nearly a bit of carnage over there. Back then to Nathan Lowe and Jerry Flood. But David Jacoby leads this one through. Running 3/4 track high. Moves down the back straight. Oh, trouble for Matt Langton. There's a smoke screen and a half here in front of us. Doesn't smell all that flash either. He's gone. OUT out for him. Our race leader is David Jacoby from Kent Menzies. Jason Beer, Josh Crang and Jack Cameron. back then to Nathan Lowe and Jerry Flood. Out of turn 4, down the main straight, and David Jacoby going very quickly. Quick lap of 16.185. Menzies, Beer, Crank and Cameron. Good battle for for third and fourth. Crank gets under Beer. Beer to fight back with Crank. Crank on the inside, Beer the outside. Menzies in second, and David Jacoby drives around Jerry Flood. Up into the top turn, there'll be 4 laps to go this time by. Our race leader is David Jacoby. Second place is Menzies. Third place is Krang, then Beer, then back then to the 22 of Cameron, 47 of Lowe, and Jerry Flood has stopped the car here on the grass. 3 to go for David Jacoby. He's out by 3.4 seconds. Only 0.3 of a second between Menzies and Krang. They're going to fight out second place. Down the main straight, 2 to go for Jacoby. Menzies and Krang. Menzies on the outside, Josh Krang the inside. Back in 4th place is Beer, then Cameron. Krang goes underneath of Menzies. Menzies in the white car on the outside. They're on the ultimate screen. They're under the ultimate screen and down here in turn 1. Crane goes into second. Menzies back to third. Back then to Beer, then Cameron, then Lowe, and then there's our winner. Put your hands together for David Jacoby, 2 times New South Wales champion, first across the line. Second place goes to Josh Krang, then back to Kent Menzies. Jason Beer is 4th. 5th place will go to Jack Cameron. And last to complete the distance, Nathan Lowe. No time for the race due to the stoppage, 3.898 the winning margin, and a 16.185.
And this guy has still got it. Heat winner and a national title. He loves that. And hey, Jacoby, well done, mate.
Thank you, Rhino. It's good to have a win for time to time, but it's been good. I'd like to thank the boys, actually. They've really busted their ass out on the weekend, so good to be here.
Good on you, mate. You like it. You like this place when it's like this, don't you?
Love it with a passion.
Good on you, mate. Well done. David Jacoby, our winner of Heat 26 and the lucky last. Well, here we go, folks. The lucky last heat race on night 1 of the national title. Ian Botcher Race Parts, Adam Holt Industries, and Speedway Sedans Australia bring all the action for the 2019 national title. And the lucky last is go.
Thank you, Rhino. Away we go with the lucky last. And Cam Waters takes the lead. But they're out after him. And one driver we've already seen not afraid to use the outside is Shane McDonald. Well, he's going the inside. He's making a liar of me. Here he comes. And Sean Black is there as well. Well, Shane McDonald has said, well, come on, Australian champion, stay with me. And here he comes. Waters fights back. Back then to Sean Black in 3rd place. Then we've got David Barbler.
Oh!
One car, Parkinson, had a big lose. Has collapsed the front end. Let's see if we can get the car to the infield. McDonald is the leader. Waters in 2nd place. Yellow lights have come on.
Yeah, that was a big moment for Ash Parkinson. He biked up on 2 wheels. I've never seen Ash Parkinson cranky, Jason.
Well, I've seen Ash Parkinson and Ryan Harris cranky tonight. It's all happening here at Kingaroy. They're back underway. Cam Waters immediately moves to the outside on Shane McDonald. We've got a race on our hands here, and Sean Black is there with them. They go into the top turn here in the lucky last, and it is still Shane McDonald, but Cam Waters now sneaks up the inside. They're bringing the next out of these cars here, and we've got trouble. We've got trouble right in front of us. We've got Barbler going in reverse.
Yeah, Pagel and Barbler got together there until you pass that. So Cameron Waters back to 4th. Shane McDonald is after it here, and they are green.
Yeah, we are green. We're back underway. Black in 2nd place, and Black is there. Cam Waters immediately goes back to 3rd place. So head down the back straight. Back then to Pagel. Pagel on the outside. Waters with some work to do. It's Shane McDonald. Then back in 2nd place. It is the 99er Sean Black. Cam Waters in 3rd. A 15.962 by Shane McDonald. Cam Waters up there on the inside of Gary Pagel as they head down the back straight. Into the main straight comes McDonald. Second place is Black. Pagel. Cam Waters is stuck there in fourth place. And back in fifth place is Marty Horson. They head down the back straight once again. Shane McDonald is low flying. 15.920 that time around. That's a 16.1. Cam Waters trying everything to try and get through on Pagel. Now he has Horson for company. 3 wide for third place. Sean Black, the Super Sedan driver, is up there in second. And now Cam Waters has gone back to fifth. Out in front, the 49er McDonald. Black in second place. Third place is Marty Horson. No, third place is Pagel now. Horson on the inside, and Cam Waters wringing the neck out of the one car on the extreme outside.
Oh, Shane
and
McDonald's got problems.
The McDonald's gone. And now we've got a brilliant battle for the lead. Sean Black finds himself in front. Have a look at the battle now for second place. It is Pagel, Horson, and Waters. And now Sean Black finds himself in uncharted waters, being in front of a national modified sedan race when he's a Super Sedan driver, normally on a Saturday night. He leads and he's run wide. Here comes Martin Horson. Underneath the Pagel comes the one car of Cam Waters. Big finish coming up with 3 to run. Sean Black just in front. Marty Horson in second place has come from position 6 and hit the front. Martin Horson takes the lead on the outside. Sean Black right behind them, Cam Waters, and right there with them is Gary Pagel, and a 15.8 by a race leader. He has a moment coming out of 4. Sean Black behind him along with Cam Waters down into turn 1. 2 laps to go. Horson, Black, Waters and Pagel. Pagel back there in fourth place has now sort of given up the ghost. It's a 3-way go. Cam Waters comes underneath of Sean Black, and Martin Horson will lead the last lap. Waters and Black side by side past the control tower. Nothing in it. 0.01 of a second. Cam Waters back to second place as they head up into the top turn, but it won't be good enough, and Martin Horson will win the lucky last. Martin Horson first across the line. Cam Waters second. Back then to Sean Black in third. Gary Pagel is fourth. And wait for it, there is one other car. Ashley Barron in fifth place. He's a long way behind. And I'm sorry, Ashley, I didn't call you at any stage in those 12 laps. No time for the race due to the stoppage. 1.126 the winning margin. Another lung buster in the quick lap of 15.866 by Marty Horson. We've got there. We've got to the lucky last. We'll talk to our winner in just a tick.
Wow, what a performance. This guy gets another win. Martin Horson. He come out of the B main at Horsham last year and drove the wheels off the thing. Was super impressive. He's going to take his helmet off here. Our lucky last winner here, Heat 27. Was absolutely epic, like the entire night has been. And you get another one of these, mate. That's impressive. What a drive. Super job, Marty.
Yeah, no, it took a bit to get the hang of the track in the first couple of laps, but yeah, no, it suits the car and it's really nice fast track to race on, which is good to be here.
Certainly is, mate. Heaps of good, a lot of good points for you. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, so that gives us 2 wins. That takes the pressure off a little bit. Still got to get through tomorrow night, but yeah, no, it's good to get a couple of good wins in the first night.
Certainly is, mate. Congratulations to Marty Horson, who gets the win in the lucky last. Well, absolutely fantastic night it's been here at Ian Botcher Race Parts, Kingaroy Speedway. And Jason, it's been absolutely fantastic here, and we look forward to tomorrow night, don't we?